Bouncing up the clouds, 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 bouncing up the clouds. Dancing on the clouds, waiting for your heart.
Hello guys, welcome to Life Success NZ. I'm your host Laurie and we are going to talk about time management. It is great to be back with you guys. It's fantastic. I just can't believe we're back again today. And I'm telling you guys, it is awesome to actually be in a situation of actually explaining to you guys about how to get sober and getting off the drugs. I know it's a challenging experience for some people. I've seen people on drugs and they don't take it easy on getting sober. But the best thing is to actually get help from support of maybe AA meeting or something, or there's got to be something out there that supports those who are on drugs. I've had people that struggle with getting off them and they continue to take drugs, probably smoking weed or something, but a lot of them struggle with getting off that sort of stuff or getting sober. It's like drinking alcohol. So alcohol is a drug, it's addictive, and we all know it. We just don't, think with our heads. We're just so addicted to it, we just don't stop. So when you are in that position, I think you need to think very carefully what you want out of life. And if you want to live your best life, you need to slowly stop taking the drugs. Simple as that. You can't go cold turkey, it's really difficult, but because it affects your mind and body, you will have side effects. So going slowly off the drugs is like slowly coming off alcohol, but some people have to go cold turkey. Alcohol, I know you can go cold turkey because some of them are just that desperate for it and they cringe for it all the time, and so they have to go to rehab or some other way. But there's not enough rehabilitations for some people around New Zealand. So when you struggle with it, I guess you'll just have to be really strong with yourself and making it a priority in your life and your day. Each day, take one step at a time and just take it slowly. You don't rush yourself, but you still need to do one day at a time and really say thank you to yourself for doing that day, because I know it's a challenge. So being productive about it, but doing something about it. Not, say, tomorrow I'll get off the drugs. Do it now. Don't waste your time. I think you're better off actually really just making yourself a priority daily. I mean, it takes a lot for some people, I guess, to get off drugs and not smoking weed and all that sort of junk. Being sober is not easy. It's like drinking alcohol and not realizing that it's not okay, And I've come across all this throughout my life. Nobody's perfect, but alcohol is just as bad as drugs. So really, if you really love yourself enough, you would not continue doing drugs and smoking and God knows what else. It's very addictive and the brain doesn't know how to cope with it. So telling yourself, this is the CBT role, so cognitive behavioral therapy, you're rechanneling your mindset and stopping it from continuing by keep rechanneling the mindset, and when eventually you're going to stop completely, you no longer will have the reason to continue. You're going to completely go cold turkey at some point. But I'm not a person that will have the right information for you. You have to find it for yourselves, or get physical help from your GP. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a goal. It's a goal to get off, you know. So that's my way of looking at it. It's a behaviour that we continue to do. It's an action that we keep on doing because our brain can't let go. So when our behaviour continues that, our thought, our actions, our attitude towards it, our response, and then when our behaviour continues that, we tend to not really understand it. So our actions are our behaviour, how we respond to it, how we interact with the situation. So you got to think very carefully. So that's the way I see it in the CBT circle. If you're struggling with this, I would say get professional help. And a lot of people don't want to because they're afraid or embarrassed. I don't know much about this area particularly, but I have come across people that have asked me this question, and it is not an easy one. Trust me, it's not easy. It's like drinking booze all day long, and then you go cold turkey, and then you're craving. But yeah, seriously, it's not an easy thing to do straight away, cold turkey, because it is challenging for some. But I don't recommend doing drugs or drinking a hell of a lot because it is damaging to the liver. It will kill you eventually. There is such a thing, liver disease, and even I know that my liver is damaged because of the medication I'm on for epilepsy, and a lot of the drugs these days are damaging. So you've got to be very careful what you use in today's world and what you take for your body. And I think doing a detox is completely normal for most of us, but drinking enough water, eating healthy, doing something productive and going out there, rechanneling your mindset, and also exercise is a perfect way to distract the mind. So you've got to distract the brain before you get to that stage. I hope this helps you guys to deal with that issue and talk to someone, talk to your GP, try and get the help you need to be able to get off that, bandwagon, as you could say. I hope this serves you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And I'll catch you guys.
Hear that melody? Dancing on the clouds, waiting for your heart jack. Got to let the beat get under your skin. I think I'm an angel. I'm gonna break my wings. A melody from heaven spins me round and around.